Hey guys, Will's Garage here. This video I'm going to be installing this carbon drive shaft from YFCM. So I was in between this and the M Factory carbon drive shaft. As you guys may know, those are the two most popular ones for the E92 M3. I decided to go with this YFCM one because the fit and finish just looks a little bit better. They really machined the edges right here versus from the one from M Factory. It doesn't seem like they do that. But from the reviews that I've read, it seems like you can't go wrong with either one. The YFCM one right here has a patented flange where it's locked in. So supposedly it's never going to dislodge from the carbon shaft area. I believe the M Factory one is simply just glued on. You also got your signature yellow filament all around the shaft. And check out the carbon fiber. And the other benefit is that this carbon drive shaft is much lighter than the stock one. I'm going to weigh both of them once I remove the stock one. So let's get to it. Okay, so now I'm going to remove the O2 sensor connections. There are 4 of them, 2 pre-cat and 2 post-cat. Here's the driver's side post-cat O2 sensor with the electrical connection up top. And then moving toward the front of the car, you have the pre-cat O2 sensor right here. This is the center bracket oven of the 13mm. Ooh, this thing is on its way down. Man, this thing is extremely heavy. Let me get this on a scale. Once you drop the X pipe, your rear section of your stock drive shaft might droop down. So just make sure to prop it up. Right here I'm propping it up with a jack stand. Alright, so we're going to remove this heat shield now because the drive shaft sits right above it. Alright, so once you have the heat shield out, you have access to the drive shaft. As you can see here, this is the flex disc. So you got 3 bolts to remove. I think these are 18mm, and there's an 18mm nut on the back that you're gonna have to hold. And there's this center support bearing held in with 2 bolts right here. You have to remove. Alright, so I'm holding the nut in the back, which is an 18mm. Wrench fits perfectly right behind this transmission brace. And I'm gonna use an impact. There's one. Alright, number 2. right. 2 bolts for a center support bearing. This is a 13mm. Careful, it's gonna drop down. I was expecting the drive shaft to just drop as soon as I unbolted this center support bearing, but it's not. It seems to be stuck to this flex disc here. Oh, there we go. So it just pulled down on it a little bit. Alright, so this is what the stock shaft looks like compared to the new carbon fiber one. So first up, we're going to do the stock drive shaft. This is kind of awkward because of the floppy joint in the middle. Sorry guys, I don't know how accurate this is right now because the drive shaft is leaning against my hand due to the floppy joint. Let's see, it's about 21 pounds. Alright, so since the carbon shaft doesn't have a floppy joint, I just was able to lay it down flat, and it comes in at 12 pounds, 9.5 ounce. So that's approximately 8 to 9 pounds weight savings. Doesn't sound like much, but it is rotational mass, which counts for more. And it's one piece from transmission to the diff without the U-joint and center support bearing, so it should give a much more direct feel. And while you have the drive shaft out, it's going to be a great time to upgrade your shifter. I already have an Auto Solutions short shift kit, but I regretted not upgrading the shifter bushing. Turner Motorsports makes a great replacement, so I went ahead and installed it. We're under the car right now, and I have a carbon drive shaft propped up into position. It's really ideal that you have 2 people to do this part, but since I'm doing it myself, you know, if you're gonna do it my way, do it at your own risk. So basically what I did is I utilized a bungee cord to assist with holding up the CV joint side. So I found that these e-brake cover pieces right here, I think it's made out of steel, but it's really sturdy, so I hooked a bungee cord to it. The new flange doesn't allow a socket to fit over the bolt. As you can see, there's not enough space right here. So I'm gonna have to use a wrench. Support the transmission with the jack. As I was tightening down the bolts, I found it really difficult to get the proper leverage using regular wrenches, and it's also impossible to fit a torque wrench in there. But I found if you use a flex head wrench, it's possible to attach it to the transmission end by weaving it through the side, then rolling it through the bottom. So this, coupled with utilizing the chassis to hold the box and wrench, gave all the leverage needed to tighten the bolts down. Alright, so here is the finished product. The drive shaft is bolted up against the flex disc, but I still have the rear end strapped up with the bungee cords, as you can see, because I have the rear subframe that I still need to reinstall, as well as the new differential. But before that, I am going to be putting in the new titanium forward X pipe, which I'm going to do in the next video. So stay tuned for more. Peace.